We'll call to order the Board of County Commissioners business meeting for Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. All three commissioners are present. For those who have been trying to access the link for today's agenda, if you're viewing online, there was some technical issues. Those have been corrected, and you now can access via the web today's business meeting agenda. So with that, flag salute. Rocky, will you lead us in the flag salute this morning?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Zoom guidelines, Kate?
This meeting is streaming via Zoom and YouTube live with a link on Facebook. For those meeting in person, please remember to turn on your mic and speak directly into the mic when talking. For those joining us via Zoom, please remember to mute your phone or device when you are not speaking. If you forget to mute your phone or device, we will mute you. You will hear a voice saying you have been muted, and if you hear that voice, it is because we could hear your background noise. For questions during the meeting, please raise your hand. If you're not able to raise your hand, please wait until the commissioners ask for questions.
Thank you, Kate. Public comment guidelines, Reva.
Good morning. The commissioners welcome public comment. Public comment is limited to 3 minutes per person. There's a timer in front of me. It'll be green when you have plenty of time left. It'll turn yellow when you have 30 seconds left, and it'll turn red when your time is up. We ask that you please state your name and city of residence when you get ready to give public comment. And we do note that this is more of a one-way street. This is your opportunity to share your concerns with the commissioners, not necessarily their time to respond. And I will note that public testimony for the ordinance later in the day is closed. So the portion of public testimony or public comment this morning would not be things related to the ordinance.
Other than you can make whatever public comment that you're making. So on folks that have signed up for that, we'll just go through the list and you're welcome to make your statements. Mr. Cole.
Yes, my name is Greg Cole, City of Chehalis address. Thank you for allowing me to make a statement at the risk of piling on, as so eloquently put by our local newspaper. In a lot of the statements in the paper and by other people, it's come across that I'm against the annexation. I am not necessarily against the annexation. I understand that the City of Chehalis needs to grow, and I would prefer that it not be apartment houses like down in Clark County where I previously lived. I'm more concerned, I believe I share the concern with other constituents of the urban growth area and Lewis County, that the whole process seems to be a bit rushed. Since September, it's happening very quickly, and it doesn't feel like plans are being made that are going to make it very seamless for the people who live in the urban growth area to join the city. Especially, I can't make much in the way of comment now that I'm a fire commissioner for Fire District 6, but especially for Fire District 6 in the urban growth area. But I would hope that the City of Chehalis is making some good plans for roads, water, et cetera, so that it's seamless for the people who are living in that area to join the city. Again, I'm not necessarily against annexation, just the process that we're going through currently. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sean, guys.
Good morning, Sean Keyes, City of Chehalis resident, previously a resident of Chehalis UGA. Thank you for tabling this so it could be open for public comment again. This is a large issue, and it is critical to a lot of people and for different reasons. And I think largely what we have here is we have a lot of groups that have been putting a lot of effort to bring this forward, but they haven't had the opportunity or necessarily the presence to present the facts and arguments why this should happen. This should have happened 25 years ago, if not earlier. You know what the GMA has done. You know what UGA is. You know what services are provided by the city of Chehalis. And you know what services are provided by the county. Having lived in Fire District 6 previously, Fire District 6 is awesome. Lewis County Sheriff responds to that UGA area and has. Kevin Corpy and his crew with roads, they take gravel up till it come hell. You know, I've lived up there. But we live in an urban area in the UGA. And what is behind this is a lot of people's effort to make our city and our county operate efficiently and effectively. And I believe the annexation will do this. I believe that I'm in support of the interlocal agreement. A lot of what comes out is fear. I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose Fire District 6. I'm going to lose the county sheriff. I'm going to lose this. And you're not going to lose this. You're going to have actually a backstop because these people are now working together, and it should have happened 25 or 30 years ago. But now you have people in public office and public servants that are working together. And so I'm in support of this measure, and I want to thank the city county managers for helping push this forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Mike Goodwillie. If you'll turn the microphone on there, just a little button to the right.
Oh, hey, live. Mike Goodwillie, Fire Commissioner, Fire District 5. One of the things I want to open the eyes to everyone about is the harassment that the city of Chehalis, the fire department, has given their neighbors at District 6. I was actually on a live rescue call, and I had a firefighter from the city of Chehalis come up to me. He goes, "Hey, Mike, what fire department what station are you working at?" And I told him, he goes, "Doesn't matter. My chief is taking over your fire station and we're shutting down the Adna station." This is the contempt that the city of Chehalis Fire Department has bringing to its partners in this harassment. And my other employees can speak of other times the chief has come and run his mouth and dragged down the the District 6. I emailed with Commissioner Pollock, I emailed you a copy of Chehalis's Fire Operations Division and Facilities Improvement Projects list. So Chief Fulbright says that City of Chehalis Fire Department's ready on day one. If they're ready on day one, why is he asking for $61 million in taxes? $61. He wants 2 new pickups. He wants 4 new fire trucks. He wants a new ladder truck, even though they just received one. He also wants 2 more ambulances and another fireboat. The only way to get those is through more taxes, and that's taxing our elderly, our working poor, and our blue-collar workers of the city of Chehalis. That is the only way to raise that money. If you go in to get your oil changed and the mechanic goes, "I can do this, but I'm going to need $6,000 because I don't have the tools," are you going to go to that mechanic? The day that this annexation goes through, the taxes of the people in that area are going to go up 23%. Now, I've been a fire commissioner. I've raised taxes on people, but what I did and what we did at District 5 is we held community meetings. We went door to door, 3 weekends in a row. We looked people in the eye and we told them why we needed this tax money. Who has Stacy Denham and Chief Fulbright talk to? Business. There's some really good pictures of them talking to the port. Know who they haven't talked to? They haven't talked to my mom's friend who lives on Jackson Highway, whose taxes are going to go up 23%. She lives on Social Security, paycheck to paycheck. She may lose her house with the increase of taxes. Does Stacy Denham care? No. Has Stacy Denham or Chief Fulbright talked to my favorite checker at Safeway, whose taxes are going to go up? No. Have they talked to the volunteer firefighter with a small child whose taxes are about ready to go up? No. These people are working for big business. That's all they care about. And any politician who votes for annexation is greenlighting the $61 million in taxes that will require to support it. They're greenlighting a tax on these new annexed people.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Goodwillie. Bud Goodwillie.
Thank you, Commissioners. Again, I come before you.
If I
It's
could get
time
you,
the city,
sir, if I could get you to state your name and city of residence, please.
Bud Goodwillie, Chehalis. It's time the city of Chehalis comes out forward and be truthful with the citizens of the UGA and the city. After talking to some of the officers, and I'm glad the chief's here and he may be able to verify it, one of the officers told me that right now they've got 3 officers, 3 sergeants, and 2 detectives. The detectives are now working shifts. So who is investigating crimes? Nobody. They are down 2 officers right now. The fire department is down 2 firefighters. So in the past, they've said they need to hire 6. Well, it's going to be at least 8 then. Also, where is this other station going to go? And what equipment is going to go in there? Right now, the engine that they plan on using as a reserve, if another station is built, has 0 equipment on it. So today, an engine goes down, what are they going to put in service? Nothing. So again, the city has not been upfront with the citizens, and it's time they get something put back in their face and say, no, we're not going to allow the UGA to go in. Thank you.
Tim Potter.
Start my time, I gotta put glasses on. Tim Potter, Chehalis UGA. I share Commissioner Brumber's remarks from last week where, he said it's been 30 years, somewhat discouraging that this hasn't got done. But those remarks doesn't mean that we have to, just because it hasn't been done in stages or the way it should have been done, doesn't mean we have to swallow this big ugly pill all at once right now. So put aside all the other issues that we've talked about, but right now, citizens in District 5, which is Commissioner Pollak, this is all in your area. So we have free transport with ambulances because we voted for the EMS levy. We will lose that. Those people that are in the UJ, they're in District 5, will no longer receive that. Not even sure, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful way, but not even sure the city of Chehalis has an ambulance. So they would be hiring, either coming from Centralia or reusing, paying 5 or 6. Safety of your citizenry is an elected official's first priority. With annexation, the first priority for you and the city council should have been the safety of the citizens. Are they putting us, at risk completely? No. But are we at some level of risk that we are not currently at? Yes. Will we have the same level of fire protection afterwards? Probably not. The interlocal agreement between the 3 fire departments should have been the first priority of you guys and the city council. Without that going into place, this whole thing should have been put on hold. You're changing 3 fire departments without any kind of, I don't know, seems like animosity is all over. But anyway, RCW 3514, which is the interlocal agreement we're using, says you can move forward without the fire department's interlocal agreement. But is it wise for your citizens? 3514 also says it gives the citizens the right to referendum. I've already been to the elections office. 520 some people voted in the UGA in the last state-run election. That means we need 81 signatures to pull a referendum and have the people of the UGA vote for it. You guys are already sitting on 120 plus signatures against it. If it goes to referendum, it will be voted down. It will be handed right back to you because there was not enough communication, not enough planning, not enough community organizing, town halls, whatever you want to call it.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Make it
That's your
work.
time.
Do we have anyone else for public comment in the gallery? Seeing none, do we have anyone online that wishes to provide public comment? Please use the raise your hand tool. Seeing none, we will move to notice items.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve two notice items, Resolution 25-343 and 344.
Second.
Good morning, Commissioners. Becky Butler speaking to Resolution 25343 on your notice agenda. This is a notice of hearing for the fifth budget amendment for 2025. Notice of the public hearing will be published in the Chronicle on December 2nd and 9th. The hearing will be held on December 16th. Written comments can be submitted by mail at 351 Northwest North Street, Chehalis, Washington 98532, or email bocc@lewiscountywa.gov, including public comment budget amendment in the subject line. Written comments will be accepted until 10 a.m. on December 14th, 2025. The notice pertains to all funds and reflects a revenue increase of $1,346,301, an expenditure increase of $1,620,053, and a change in estimated ending fund balance of $273,752. Additional funding notifications received from now until the hearing on the 16th will be noted during the hearing. The general fund portion, which is included in the amounts I already mentioned, is a revenue increase of $10,000, an expenditure increase of $260,257, and a change in fund balance of $250,257. Any questions?
Thank you, Becky. And Cardinal.
Good morning,
Kimberly.
Commissioners. Kimberly Edminster with Public Works, here to speak on Resolution 25-344. This resolution is for approval of the renewal of a franchise agreement with Cardinal FG Company to install, construct, operate, and maintain water utility facilities within Lewis County rights-of-way. The renewal application has been received by staff and all required materials have been submitted. This resolution sets a public hearing for December 23rd, 2025, and directs the clerk of the board to proceed with all necessary notifications and publications as required by RCW 36.55.040. Any questions?
Thank you, Kimberly. It's been moved and seconded to approve Resolution 25-343 and 344. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0.
Move to approve two consent items, Resolution 25-345, approval of warrants and payroll, and also minutes from the November 25th, 2025 BOCC business meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0.
Move to approve six deliberation items, Resolution 25-346 through 351.
Second.
Becky?
Good morning, Commissioners. Again, speaking to Resolution 25-346, this is to approve a public defense contract with Joshua House for District Court for the remainder of 2025.
Thank you. And short-term rental advisory group, Mindy.
Good morning, Mindy Brooks, Director of Community Development. This resolution is to establish a short-term rental advisory group and to direct the clerk to solicit for applications to serve on that. The applications will go to the Planning Commission and they will make a recommendation to you in January or February. Any questions?
Thank you, Mindy. Surplus vehicles and equipment.
Good morning,
I'll turn it-
Commissioners. Rocky Lyons, Solid Waste, here to speak to Resolution 25-348. This is a declaration of surplus vehicles and equipment. to be sold at auction on or after December 17th, 2025. These vehicles included are listed in Exhibit A, B3, old trailer trucks, as well as a loader, and 3 garbage refuse trailers. Any questions?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And medics.
Good morning, Gabe Anzalini, IT. This is an agreement with medics for us to provide VPN service to them so they can access our emergency response system.
No real changes in the contract, right, Gabe, as I recall, versus what we had with AMR.
No, same.
All right, thank you. Interlocal with Lewis County.
This is the interlocal agreements with the various agencies that provide emergency response services so that we can provide them VPNs access to Spellman for reporting purposes, viewing purposes, knowing what to do purposes.
Did we verify that everyone that needs to be included in this is a part of the?
We did. We verified that the 2 fire districts that are left out have never been a part of it. We suspect they're using iSpy, but we don't know for sure. And that Toledo, which was part of it last year, is now part of Winlock. So.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And Distress Counties grant.
Good morning, Commissioners. Reva Lester, Clerk of the Board, here to speak to Resolution 25-351. This resolution approves a grant to the Chehalis River Basin Flood Control Zone District for its airport levee design project. The grant total is up to $250,000.
Thank you, Reva. It's been moved and seconded to approve deliberation items Resolution 25-346 through 351. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. With that, I will now reopen the hearing for Ordinance 1368 that authorizes the county manager to enter into an interlocal agreement with the city of Chehalis for the city to annex territory within the city of Chehalis urban growth area. As a reminder, the hearing for Ordinance 1368 was opened on October 20th, 2025, and was recessed until November 25th, 2025, before again being recessed to today, December 2nd. The hearing is closed for public testimony, but we will move to some additional information from staff report. Mindy.
Thank you, Commissioner. Again, Mindy Brooks, Director of Community Development. So there are 3 main topics that the commissioners requested we respond to. Those would be the referendum/petition from property owners, the fire district party to the ILA, and taxes. I'm going to take the first 2 together, which is the referendum and the fire district issues. So each option underneath of RCW 35A14 is an independent option for annexation. They do not reference each other unless explicitly done so. So each RCW is done alone. Therefore, there is no option for referendum or petition, and there is not an option for the party to the ILA because we are using 35A14 472 as the option for annexation underneath of the RCW. Regarding taxes, there are 2 taxes, excuse me, the general and the roads taxes. Because the August deadline has passed, the general taxes would not be transferred until 2027, and the road tax transfer would occur upon annexation. Are there any additional questions that you have?
This may not be for you, but maybe for Stacy.
Sure.
There was the tax brought up 20% or 23% increase in taxes to those coming in. Can you speak to that?
Yes. There's a lot of things said. The tax piece of it singularly is no, everything is not going to go up 23% because there's a trade-off. If you took everything independently, you might see that tax burden go up to 23%, but there's a trade-off. Taxes go away and are replaced by other taxes. And in most retrospect, it should be most residential homeowners, their taxes should be going down. It may not be, it's not going to go down by a landslide, but it should be going down for each one of them. When you start looking at water going down, wastewater going down, wastewater goes down by 30%, water goes down by 10%. Sewer District 4's wastewater will go up a little bit over time, but we're looking at a way of staging that in. Effective January 1st, 2027, the fire levy tax goes away. The Chehalis 35 cents replaces it. So you have what goes away is $1.23 or $1.35, and it's replaced by 35 cents. So that is a substantial change as well. So it will be going down. I don't know where they're getting their numbers from. Just like a lot of the things that they've said is the 61 million and raising those taxes. I think that's an important point that has already been debunked. That was debunked months and months ago. They're still trying to use that to put it around in social media. That was no different than the county does, I'm sure, is that it's a wish list that was brought forward. The chief brought it forward saying, hey, this is what I would like to be the chief to have these things. Since then, we've actually purchased the ladder truck. We're not looking at another one. That's absurd. We bought another ambulance that's on way. It's supposed to be here in the next 6 months or so. So all of the information they have is about raising taxes for the 61 million is absolutely absurd.
Which leads me to my next question on the ambulance. So you should have an ambulance within 6 months?
And we already have one, by the way.
You already have one?
Yes, we'll have two.
You'll have two. Great. And then also the public safety aspects was brought up, which I think is an important issue. And so I really appreciate Chief Kaut for the email that you sent, and then even speaking with the sheriff and with Andy Caldwell with Centralia, and just understanding the collaboration that you guys will have working together to be able to respond to different calls at different times. And then I believe even working with Napavine as well in part of that. And so I felt like they were able to answer those questions, and it seems like you guys have a plan in place. So appreciate it.
I think to that point, Commissioner, that assurance by the chief of police and the fire chief that they have a plan to ensure public safety is maintained, and their plan is accelerating the coverage to the UGA area, because safety is the main concern for this issue. I have to trust that Chief Kaut and Chief Fulbright are in those positions of leadership, and I trust what they're saying to be accurate, and that they'll follow through and maintain that safety for the citizens. So I do appreciate the information that we have gotten since we recessed and putting that all together. Anything additional that you were going to add for staff report?
No, thank you.
I just wanted to make sure, there was a accusation last time that the process that we're doing is illegal. Could you speak to that we're following the RCWs?
Yes, Commissioner. The process outlined in the statute that Mindy referenced, 35A 14472, has been looked at by both Chehalis and the county and is being followed.
So in your opinion, Counselor, we are not in error in moving forward with this RCW with annexation?
Correct. It is not an illegal process. It's completely outlined in the statute.
Thank you, sir. Mindy, would you like your statements incorporated into the record?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Stacy Denham, would you like your statements incorporated into the record of the hearing?
Yes, I would.
Thank you, sir. Who else? David. I don't remember who else spoke to it. Oh, my apologies. You're on the hook. David, would you like your statements incorporated into the record?
Yes, Commissioner.
Thank you, sir. All right. Is there any other questions, commissioners? Any other discussion?
Just noting that Yeah, this, as you noted last time, this process has been a long time in coming. I do hear the concerns of the UGA residents. There's a lot of concern when you're moving forward with something different and with change. I have had the opportunity to sit in a lot of meetings of this process going on. There has been a lot of care, concern, and consideration. Yes, there are going to be some rough patches going forward. There is a lot to still coordinate through this, but I am very hopeful and thoughtful with the groups involved, especially spent some time with the commissioners of the six and also with City of Chehalis, that this is going to be worked on productively going forward. And so, yep, it is of concern. It is a major change for the residents of the UGA, but I'm looking forward to a very prosperous and hopeful future for Chehalis with this.
Thank you, Commissioner. Accept a motion.
Move to approve ordinance 1368.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve ordinance 1368. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. With that, announcements.
Mr. Chair, just wanted to make a statement regarding a comment that was made yesterday in a meeting. Wanted to address Commissioner Pollock's claim that the 2026 budget is a total disaster. The accusation is surprising because this is the same budget she helped build for more than 4 months. We had over 40 budget meetings, worked closely with every elected office, and made every major decision with the unanimous 3-0 vote. Not once did Commissioner Pollock oppose a proposal, raise an objection, or vote against any portion of this budget. If this budget is now a disaster, then she's criticizing a process she fully supported from the beginning to the end. She is correct that our risk pool cost increased by $1.2 million, but that's not a Lewis County failure. That's a statewide issue caused by massive settlements happening in other counties. Every county in Washington is facing the same increase. To call that a disaster of our making is simply not accurate. So what exactly is the disaster? Is it that Scott and I took a strong stance and refused to raise property taxes to our citizens this year? Our residents have been overfleeced by the state already and feel that we should not add to their burden? Or is the disaster that we refused to move $300,000 out of the sheriff's budget, which would have eliminated 2 deputy positions? Lewis County already has some of the lowest law enforcement coverage in the state at 0.6 or 0.76 deputies per 1,000 residents. Cutting deputies would harm public safety at a time when even she says deputy funding could run dry by October. Our 5-year and 10-year strategic plan make it clear that public safety is a core responsibility of the county government, and I will not vote to defund law enforcement. The truth is, our budget is not a disaster. It is a result of months of collaboration, tough conversations, and responsible decision-making. Our staff worked extremely hard, and we worked together as a team to build a budget that protects services, respects taxpayers, and moves Lewis County forward. Real leaders bring solutions, not labels, and that's why I'm already organizing a meeting with our sheriff, our legislators, to find long-term solutions that protect both public safety and our road funding. This is a good budget. It is a responsible budget, and it's a budget that all 3 commissioners helped build together.
Thank you, Commissioner.
And I also wanted to make mention, in August 25th of this year, all 3 of us made a decision to move $1.4 million from the road fund to the sheriff's department at that time.
I appreciate the statement, Commissioner. I want to assure the citizens of Lewis County that our Lewis County government is fiscally responsible, and we're making prioritized decisions. And I too agree that the budget that we have passed yesterday for 2026 is the best possible budget that we can put forward at this time. It's always fluid and changing, and we will continue to make the difficult decisions and the prioritized decisions to ensure that the services are provided for our citizens. So with that, is there any additional comments for announcements or new business? Anything for calendars? Anything from the press?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We are adjourned.